Yo, know what I'm saying? We got another video. Big Pun kidnapped DJ Whoo Kid with an Uzi for a Jay-Z diss track. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. What they making it seem like is Big Pun was terrorizing Jay-Z back then. Y'all let me know, you know what I'm saying? Cause I see my analytics. I got a lot of like viewers that's kind of like 18 and up. So it's like if y'all know y'all history, help me out. Cause that's what it seemed like. It seemed like Big Pun was just terrorizing Jay-Z. But I don't know if there's any truth to that. And the only way to find out is getting straight into this video.
There was a diss record that Source Money put out because I think Jay-Z and Pun had beef in the club, and I think they hit Jay-Z with a bottle or something. Jay-Z was sleeping, whatever, in the back.
I think Whoo Kid had told the story before, where I guess Whoo Kid put the Sauce Money record on one of his mixtapes.
Then they put him in a van.
Yeah, Big Pun basically kidnapped him.
Yeah, it was known to do that. Known to do that. Known to do that.
Big Pun's people
no. He's saying that like that's regular. Yeah. He was known to do that. He just kidnapped him. Yeah. What the hell? Yo, but wasn't 50 Cent cool with DJ Whoo Kid or something like that, if I'm not mistaken?
Show, and then when he shows up, they grab him and pull him into a van.
Yeah, basically kidnap him.
And Big Pun is in the van with a gun, basically threatening to kill DJ Whoo Kid over putting that record
for
out.
playing that record. Yeah, I heard the story.
A few weeks after the fight in Carbon between the Terror Squad and the people from Rockefeller, which I talked about in detail in the previous video, Sauce Money, one of Jay-Z's artists, put out a record called Middle Finger You, which the Terror Squad interpreted as a subliminal diss track against Pun and Fat Joe, assuming that it was Jay-Z's way of responding to that incident in Carbon. Like, look, I'm not even gonna waste my time on you two. I'll just let my little homies ride on you, just like Tupac said on Hit 'Em Up. This was the first time the Terror Squad found themselves in the middle of a rap beef. I mean, that's how they saw it. Most people on Rockefeller didn't even know what was going on. According to Sauce Money, the record wasn't about anybody.
He said they didn't know what was going on. Wasn't they the ones in the club when the whole fight broke out?
Pun and Joe weren't even on his radar at that time. He didn't even know them. And that's why it wouldn't make sense for him to talk about them.
There was a situation with me and Pun. I had put out a record called Middle Finger You, the title track, and for some strange reason, he thought I was talking about him. But I didn't know you. I didn't know him, so I don't have a reason to talk about you, so.
Sauce Money did a record, said something about you fat two niggas, you know what I'm saying? So it was indirect to Pun and Joe. Joe and Pun was mad. I knew about it because I heard the record with them.
I don't really know exactly when this started or why it even started. I know that, we didn't have a problem with them. I think it was more of them having a problem with Rockefeller. For whatever reason, I don't even know the reason.
According to DJ Whoo Kid, there was an alternative version of that song that was more direct, more disrespectful, and he had it on his mixtape. Sauce Money allegedly threatened Big Pun, his wife, kids, family, friends, and everyone around him basically, as a response to the fight in Carbon.
I have put out some different version of Big Pun getting dissed on the mixtape.
By whom?
I think it's when he had beef with Jay. What's his name? Who did Middle Finger You? I had like
Sauce Money.
Yeah, Sauce Money was like, I'm gonna give you a diss record, but I think he gave it to Envy.
I forgot his name. He be on.
Niggas are scared to play this record.
Yeah, like
this response record because Terror Squad was them niggas.
But these dickheads didn't tell me, like Envy and them didn't tell me that don't play this shit.
You think they set you up?
I don't think they set me up. They just was like, whatever, do what you want to do. They probably told me I ain't give a fuck, maybe.
Right.
But all I know is after I played that shit,
you played it on your mixtape.
Yo, man.
And Sauce Money was going hard.
I think I had the only record at that time dissing Pun like really bad, like talking about killing Pun, family members, all kinds of stupid shit. But I was the only DJ who had it.
It's possible that Joe and Pun didn't even hear that version, but ran with whatever people told them about it. Cause the Latin Kings and other gangs in New York were laughing at him, questioning his credibility as a self-proclaimed gangster. How you gonna let Jay-Z and his clique threaten your family and diss you on record while you sit?
I ain't trying to sound stupid, but I could care less. It's Latin Kings in New York.
There and watch like you're scared of a confrontation or battle. That's what they allegedly told him. So the pressure was on Pun to prove himself and to respond to all that. The self-proclaimed king of New York can't just let his competition diss him and threaten his family. He wasn't just an actor who acts tough on records. He actually lived the lyrics. Physical rap means we live the lyrics. That's a quote of Fat Joe, by the way, on Don Cartagena.
Physical rap means we live the lyrics. Long as niggas serious, you can never entirely disappear.
So it went beyond just going back and forth on records. Pun took it very serious. Fat Joe then went to an old store called Beat Street and got informed by another DJ that Whoo Kid had this alternative version on his mixtape. And he was the only one who had it at that time. Told him how crazy the record is and how he's going apeshit on Pun and his family.
Remember there was Beat Street, there was all those fucking stores, they all shut down now.
Yeah,
but back then, my tape was the only I was the only dickhead DJ with this beef song. So Fat Joe, I think, went to some shit in Fulton, in one of them mixtape spots, and like, yo, this motherfucker, I don't know who's this Whoo Kid guy, but he got a song where I think Jay's Camp is dissing Pun. And then Fat Joe was like, what? And then the combination of Fat Joe going to Beat Street, Beat Street nigga fucked me up. What's his name? DJ, I forgot his name, man. Damn. He was like the main DJ in Beat Street back then. Well, he fucking was like, yo, this Whoo Kid shit is selling like crazy. It's out of here. So I was like, so Fat Joe was like, what? So he calls Pun. Meanwhile, Pun.
Do you know all of this is going on?
I didn't know all this shit was going on.
So you don't know none. You don't know you got a fucking bounty. You got a fucking Puerto Rican bounty on your fucking head.
Puerto Rican bounty.
Meanwhile, I'm a bum. I got the
Puerto
Honda
Rican
Accord,
bounty
the
is
lights that go
crazy.
up and shit. I'm just chilling. I was even.
You got the hottest selling mixtape. You got the hottest beef, and you don't even know you're fucking ground zero with a target on your chest.
So Fat Joe then goes back to his camp and tells Pun about it. They listen to the single version together with Cuban Link and some other members of the Terror Squad. They all felt like he was coming at them. Pun then went to Noriega to shoot the music video for the song Banned from TV, and during the video shoot they played Sauce Money's song again, the single version. Everybody got a chance to hear it, and they were all convinced that he was indeed dissing Pun and Joe.
What was the line that you said that he felt was about him?
I'm the fattest, nicest nigga you know. I think he took I think he had a problem with that.
Did you hear? I'm the fattest, nicest rapper you know.
And there was an even more vicious version of it going around the streets, thanks to the mixtape DJ Whoo Kid. So Pun felt like he had to do something about it. One of his associates then gave him Whoo Kid's number, and that's what led to the infamous story of Pun kidnapping and
Son look like he still got PTSD from that.
threatening DJ Whoo Kid. Pun called Whoo Kid the same day he shot the music video for Banned from TV, pretending to be a promoter who's trying to book him for a show for $1,000.
So this guy tricked me into I didn't know it was Big Pun calling me, so I thought it was the promoter.
Right.
So this nigga Pun calls me, and then I'm thinking it's the promoter because I didn't want the promoter to call my manager. They'll pay me $1,000.
Who's your manager at the time?
This guy named Blanton, but I didn't want Blanton to know that I'm about to get a G. I was getting like $3-4
Yo, you
bucks a
such a
DJ.
shiesty nigga,
dirty
man.
Haitian, man. Like,
Yo, you such a shiesty motherfucker.
$1,000. I was like, what? You know, back then that's like 10 G's.
Yeah.
I felt like Tiesto or something, man.
They spoke on the phone, and Pun told him to get to the Apollo Theater in Harlem to meet DJ Funkmaster Flex. But upon arrival, Whoo Kid realizes that nobody is there. Nobody was there waiting for him.
I told, don't call my manager, and I'm gonna come meet you. So when I went to Harlem, I said, meet me at Apollo, give me the money, and then I'll sign whatever contract and I'll DJ for you. But it was supposed to be with Flex.
Right.
So I get out there, I believe the whole story, but the motherfucker, I get to the, there was no cell phones back then. So I jumped out the car, I didn't see the motherfucker. So I went to the payphone by Apollo, dialed the number again.
So he called the same number again, but with a payphone this time, thinking he's talking to the promoter again, yelling and cursing him out for wasting his time and bullshitting him basically. Told him to hurry up and to not let him wait.
Pun picks up now. Again, and I hear all this breathing shit.
Breathing, right?
Yo, I'm not there yet, you know what I mean? I'm like, motherfucker, you better hurry the fuck up and get over here.
You talking to him like that?
Yo, I'm cursing the fuck out of this motherfucker.
So you throwing fucking oil,
yo,
gasoline on the flames.
Pun is like,
yeah, you making
this
it
nigga, man? Round everybody up, we're gonna get this nigga, man.
So you waiting out there for how long?
I waited for like another 30 minutes, and then Pun just finished, he was doing Banned for TV video.
Okay.
So some dickhead, I don't know who. This is before I DJ for Nori. Nori's like, yeah, no, I was there, man. Some nigga put it in the boombox, and they started playing this shit, and Pun was like, yo, once my video is over, I'm gonna get this Whoo Kid guy. They thought it was Clue because they didn't know who the fuck Whoo Kid was.
Right, and Clue, Whoo Kid, question
all that just connected.
Right.
Because they were like, if they didn't see me Saturday, they were gonna kidnap Clue on Monday.
Damn.
Right after he does his Hot 97 show.
And it was determined.
Clue called me like, motherfucker, stop putting these shits out. But my dumb ass, Nas, everybody, Banned for TV, everybody was there listening to this shit. So he leaves with mad motherfuckers to come see me. He think I'm some crazy gangster with Uzis or whatever. I just cursed him out. Like, you better hurry the fuck up, bring my money. You got me out here in Harlem. So I'm talking like I'm tough. I'm the biggest pussy that there is.
Pun, of course, got mad at him for disrespecting him like that. But the phone conversation ended on a high note and both came to an agreement. A few moments later, a car pulls up and Whoo Kid gets excited.
So they come into Harlem. I'm waiting. And I finally see a Benz come up with a Spanish kid in it. So I'm like, whoo. Me and my boys was like, yo, Shay, we're gonna get this G, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were like, who gonna get this $1,000, yo? Like, I never got $1,000 before. Never. So the dude got out the car. He was like, ooh, kid. I was like, oh, that's me, kid. You know what I'm saying?
Like, back then,
I see a Puerto Rican kid in a Benz come out of nowhere. So I was like, oh shit, time to get this paper. So I told my boys in the car, they just came for weed. My boy had a gun too, but
it was lightweight, right?
We didn't think,
it was 22, pat.
Like some 2-2.
Damn, that joint's small as hell.
So he was like just chilling. Like, I didn't even
ears?
think it would even go that far. Right. I just brought him anyway because I don't trust Harlem niggas. Right. You know what I'm saying?
So I get the fuck out, right? So I go to his door. We're on 136th Street, you know, behind.
I ain't gonna lie. I think that's like some old school shit. Like, yo, I don't trust Brooklyn niggas. Yo, I don't trust Harlem niggas. I don't trust. That's some old school shit.
A dead end circle, like in the project. You know, they got the circle. Yo, just follow me, kid. We're gonna go speak to Flex. We're gonna chop it up. Flex is in the car waiting for you. So I was like, ooh, we're gonna go chop it up with Flex too, yo.
He then told him to follow his car, and he'll lead him to the exact spot where Flex is waiting. Whoo Kid agreed and jumped into his 1988 Honda Accord with his friends. He followed the Benz all the way to the projects, and then parked the Honda in an inconvenient spot. Cause when he went to the van with Funkmaster Flex in it, he quickly realized that he's completely on his own, and that even if something went wrong, his friends wouldn't be able to see him and come for help.
Yo, it was like one of the fucking circular project joints where there's only one way in and one way out. It's like a really like...
So you're getting lured into this fucking...
Yo, it was all mapped out plan. Pun goes into... this boy goes to the right, and I had to park to the left. So when I parked to the left, there was a van in the middle with hooked up rims. You could tell there was a flat screen in there. I was like, whoo, Flex is in there. I'm about to get this paper. Got me Flex too, man. Get out of here, man. So I'm over here getting amped up, going crazy. Yo. My boys like, they're happy because I'm going to buy them weed and shit.
The way they had it set up, yo, it was the perfect setup because it was a circle, you know, the two big projects, three buildings, two on the side, one in the middle, and it's a circle. The van was in the middle, and the van was a hooked up van. The van had rims, had fire on it. So I was like, yo, this nigga Flex is in, yo.
So the Spanish kid comes out. How ironic. He's like, ooh, kid, what up? So I'm looking to the left, and I see another Puerto Rican sitting on the bench. I'm like, whatever. So I keep walking, and I see another Puerto Rican, like, on the far back.
A lot of Puerto Ricans around here in Harlem right
Flex, now. Flex be having mad Spanish niggas with him, yo. Why Flex got so much Spanish niggas in the car? They ain't got in the car with Spanish. So I was like, oh, this nigga's Boricua or something, man.
I then saw the Puerto Rican driver while going around the car. The door then started sliding open, and he got a chance to see the person who was sitting behind it. The interior of the van was poorly exposed, and it was too dark to see the passengers from outside. So he still thought that it was Flex, but noticed that the person sitting there was more than 3 times his size.
The door starts sliding now.
Somebody like me, I would have been peeped the vibes. Like, I don't know if it's just me being a person that's like super on point. I would have peeped the vibes, bro. Like following him, something would have clicked in my head. Like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it, bro.
Sliding over, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm looking. It's still dark in there, but I see like a big image in there, right?
A big image.
So I'm like, yo, what's big man? Wait, is that big cap? So I got close and I was like, yo, is that cap in there, yo? So but in my head, I didn't even think about the mixtape not once until I got really close. And then now I see Pun. I was like, oh shit. In my head, the mixtape came up.
Yo, once I saw Pun, the mixtape came up in my head. I was like,
I know that nigga.
Get the fuck out of here. So I try to act like, well, maybe this ain't about the mixtape. Maybe they really want me to see
isn't your instincts telling you, nigga, get the fuck out of there?
I couldn't because the way they set it up, the van was in the middle, both cars, one to the right, one to the left.
Imagine
my car was parked
here.
So far to the left that the van blocked the vision of my niggas in the car.
Right.
The way they had it set up, the van was to the side, so I was blocked. So my loser friends was in the car like dancing or whatever. I tried, you know, do the bogey shit. I put my hand out, yo, what up, kid? Because I thought maybe this is really, they would have booked me. In my head, I was like, maybe they do want to book me, you know what I'm saying?
He was a little confused how to react. A part of him still believed that they were there to book him for a show. So he reached out his hand to greet him, but Pun refused to dab him up and to shake his hand. Told him to get in the car. He was screwed at this point, cause he had nowhere to run and Pun's people were all around the van.
When I was directly in front of the door when they slid it open and I saw it was Pun, I said, yo, what up? I tried to give him a pound. But I don't even know how he got them hands behind his head. You know, he looked like a fucking, like a dinosaur or something, man. You know, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like,
little arms.
You know, his arm went behind his head.
Nah, Sunset little arms.
I was like, yo, so I knew, once I saw he did that, I knew it was for the mixtape.
Right.
I put my hand out, and Pun was like, his head went behind his head. He was like, and I was like,
and them alligator hands.
no, he was like, he put it behind his head, like he didn't want to give me a pound.
Wow.
So I was like, oh shit. So he was like, you want to come in the van and we're gonna chop it? I was like, hell no, I want to come in the van.
Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to back up so my friends can see me, but the way I would have to back up, so far.
Some yards.
Like really far so they could see me, because that's how big that van was. But when I was backing up, my hands went down, and that's when they thought that I'm this gangster guy.
You was holding
like, I don't
some
give a
shit.
fuck. So
Right.
once my hands went down, yo, Pun had a Uzi. His boy, yo, I closed my eyes. When
They
I
pulled
opened
out
my,
Uzis.
Pun had a Uzi.
Right.
The Puerto Rican dudes around the car then forcefully pushed him in the van. He was on his knees inside the car in front of Pan now, who pointed his Uzi to Whoo Kid's head. All the Puerto Rican dudes started yelling and cussing in Spanish.
I closed my eyes, and then when I opened them, I was in the
Oh,
van. That's
wait,
how fast I
Hold
got.
up, they moved you in?
Nigga, they grabbed me and threw me in the van. That's how fast I
So
got.
you in the van right now?
I'm in the van
Are
on
them
my
niggas
knees.
smacking you up?
Nah, they just had me on my knees.
You on your knees in the van?
Yeah, because, you know, you can't stand up in the van.
Right.
So I'm in there, like...
And what do you're dead? You like in your
I'm
mind?
like, I'm gonna
What is that?
die
Stupid
for a
Matinga.
mixtape. What the fuck is this? So I'm on my knees.
Yeah.
And then...
Are you singing, man? Like, nah, don't do this.
Nah, I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I was like, yo, what's going on? I played dumb. I was like, what's going on here, right? And then fucking Pun is like, you know, talking to me about, yeah, you got some tape out there.
He's
You
breathing
know,
hard
blah,
too,
blah,
right?
blah. Yeah, he's like, all I remember, he's like, you got some tape out there, blah, blah, blah. But I want you to sit here. We're going to have a little chat. Like, where the fuck I'm going to go? You know what I'm saying? So
He was like, you know, the record that you put on your CD, no other DJ put it out. And I was like, word? You serious? You know, I thought everybody had the same record. So I'm in the floor of the van, like on my, like kind of like on my knees, like Pun is like telling his boys to chill because they were doing like all that Roscoe Poyo, whatever. They were yelling at me.
Nah, Sunset Roscoe.
Pan had to calm everyone down and told Whoo Kid to come sit right next to him. Whoo Kid then tried to get up on his feet, but then the tape in his pocket with the Sauce Money disc fell out and broke open in the car. A guy in the van saw it and started shouting aggressively, cursing him out in Spanish. And Whoo Kid started to fear for his life.
I was like, all right, I'll talk to you. But when I was getting up, because I was on my knees and I had my jacket, the tape fell out. Because I always have the tape on me. I'm always on some promo shit. I give my shit.
It's a CD. It's a big ass CD.
No, it's a tape.
It's a tape.
So the tape fall, the tape break a beat. Like, you know, when the tape fall opens, the tape pops out. So the Spanish, one of the Spanish niggas like, God de la boca, like screaming. I'm like, what?
Just like,
I'm gonna die for a fucking tape, man. Fuck out of here, man. And then fucking Pun, I think he yelled at his boy.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, then he shut the door, bam. And then I sat next to Pun, and I finally sat next to Pun, and Pun was like, you know, obviously you don't understand what's going on.
Right.
Because I already see, like, judging, like, your car, and you look like, you know, you just hustling, trying to get your shit popping.
Like he scoped the whole shit out.
Yeah, he already knew, like, first of all, he already saw I wasn't Clue.
Right.
So he already knew I was just some young nigga trying to just get money and don't give a fuck about what's on the tape. Because the tape was all beef.
Right.
Because everything was versus. But the fucked up shit is, like I said before, I couldn't find a photo of Pun. The only photo I had that I found was Pun laying on a fucking couch like he's eating like candy or something. Or he's eating like an ice cream or some shit. That's I had Nas' fucking photo.
Right.
Versus,
So you
this
had a
nigga.
fucked up picture of Pun.
Yeah, it was a fucked up photo on the cover. So there was a combination of that. But the fact that it went deeper where the Latin Kings was laughing at him because he wasn't responding. Or he's like, yo, how you gonna let Jay-Z's Cam diss you? Because, you know, he was really into that gang shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just some dumb nigga DJ from Queens. Like, well, I don't know. I'm not into gangs.
So what's Pun tell you?
He's like, yo, man, this is like, you know, I'm a real gangster, man. Like, you know, I'm going to handle all this stuff on my own. I'm going to go to the office. I'm going to Rockefeller. And I handle all this stuff. But he was like, on the next mixtape, I want you to be like, you know, FJZ, blah, blah, blah.
He wants you to say that.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll say whatever.
Fuck Jay-Z.
Nigga.
Fuck Sean Carter. Fuck Gloria Carter. Fuck everybody.
Oh, no. He's
I'll
right.
do
He's right.
whatever you want me to do. Fuck out of this car.
He's
Right?
right.
You shit your drawers?
But nigga, I know, I did wipe my shit after it was over. I know I farted. I did have a fart.
sharted.
I had a little shit
A
stain in
little
there.
more moisture in your ass.
What is that?
My
Nigga, get out of here.
But we talked for like another
Yo.
30 minutes of why he wants to
30
do.
minutes.
Yo, we were in that car forever, man.
Now, as he's talking to you, are you guys developing a relationship or?
I didn't give a fuck. I just want to get out of there. I let him talk whatever you want to talk. He was like, yeah, you know, maybe one day you'll do my mixtape. When you
Get the
know,
fuck outta
all
here.
that shit. Because
Right.
he saw I guess he understood the whole hustle
but
of
yeah,
what we were
business
doing.
mindset.
He didn't probably don't know what the mixtape thing is about. But whatever we were doing, all that stealing.
The minute he sized you up,
yeah,
he knew that she was a hungry, young, ignorant motherfucker.
I didn't care.
Right.
Like, you know, like not only that, but he knew that I wasn't aware. He's like, the way I see you, I could tell you're not aware of what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He saw the dumbness in
it. But he was like, now that you know, if you do this again, that means you
Ain't
know
no
what you're doing.
Never again.
You're not gonna
never again, sir. Never again, sir.
Those Latins outside were gonna kill you.
I will never take another fucking diss tape for no Spanish niggas no more.
The nigga was like, yo, you're not gonna see me next time. Next time you're gonna see my boys.
How did you leave? Did you shake
this
his hand?
is even more funny. So I get out the car, and then Pearl's like, all right, just give me like 5-10 minutes. We're gonna leave. Nothing happened. I was like, yo, I don't even know you. He's like, yo, nothing happened, right? I don't even know you right now. I don't know who you are. I want to get the fuck out of here.
Making sure. He was
So I
making
get
sure.
the fuck out the car. And then I totally forgot that he said give him like 10 minutes to leave.
Right.
So I get in my car. I didn't even tell my boys because I don't want my boys. What? Nigga trying to fuck with you, son?
On some ignorant shit. You like, yo, no,
nah, man, we good, man. The show is booked.
Don't go
boys,
against that army with a handgun.
I lied to my boys. I was like, yo, everything is good. We got the show. I didn't even want to bring it up that I got kidnapped for like an hour and shit. So they start driving and I start driving. Then the van stopped. Right? The van stopped. I was like, oh shit. So the Spanish kid jumps out the car and yo, we told you, yo, just give us 5 minutes. So I'm so scared, I fucking reversed, and I fucking reversed my Honda into the fucking dumpster, like fucked up my car. Fucked up my car, right? So now they take off, and then it's like, my boy's like, you all right? I was like, nah, everything's good, man. I fucked up my car, everything's good. So then all of a sudden, like another 5 minutes after, like you see another Jeep or whatever come out, like 2 big SUV or Jeep.
What the fuck kind of movie is this shit, man?
This motherfucker had 2 people just in case that my people was gonna start letting off. He had 2 cars.
So the shit was organized.
It was super
like
organized.
Militarily organized.
Super
That's
organized.
why he told you sit your ass here.
Yo, it was
because
like,
any sudden movements.
If my friends would have fucking I would have got like even if I had something and I shot back, my friends would have fucking helped me to shoot. He had 2 people positioned, ready to like.
You'd have been chopping
niggas up too.
You'd have been chopping me.
So I would have probably caught somebody, but.
Yo, they really took it. They really took it serious over diss tracks, I guess. Imagine if it was like that today.
We all would have got shot up, and then we would have left. And then
Daily News, the next thing, Daily News.
Even the location that they chose is like some fucking project where it is like hardly nobody outside. Usually that time of the day, it's like maybe all the kids are at school. Like it was like a dead project. It was like 3 buildings, like a circle. You know the circle joints.
Daytime.
Yeah, it was in the daytime.
Right.
So it was like, but the fact
Yo,
that he had
those
2 cars
projects, what
ready
projects
to
is those?
light us up,
right?
Like I couldn't believe it. Like, and then in my head, I kept it to myself, and then I just drove home.
And that was basically it. Nobody got harmed or killed that day. A happy ending. This whole story could have ended pretty badly, cause Pun had it all planned out. There were 2 more cars with armed Puerto Rican dudes hiding, just in case something goes wrong. Pun could have given the green light and this whole story would have ended in a massacre. Like if Whoo Kid drew a gun, ran away, or his homies came to his support, Pun was ready. But fortunately, the story ended without anyone getting hurt. And Pun wasn't someone to mess with. He was known to threaten and slap people with Uzis. He was a real gangster. And he proved it once again in the incident that followed. The one in Chicago where Pun and Joe approached Jay-Z. This will be covered in a separate video. So stay tuned for that.
Damn, that's shout out to Hip Hop Universe, man. That's a crazy video. It seemed like back then, like I said, Big Pun was terrorizing Jay-Z. Imagine if he was still here today. I think that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I think he'll probably even have his own podcast in some type of way, or still be running shit some type of way. But with that being said, this was a good video. I appreciate y'all for all the support. Love is love. Continue liking, continue subscribing, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.